Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Drip League Podcast.
What episode?
Like 30, I suppose.
I don't know the fucking episode. I don't keep up with your shit.
You don't even know what episode Slinger. What the fuck?
27.
No, fuck off! 30, idiot!
That was my episode.
Fuck.
1 second. Okay, wow, she remembered her episode. How cute.
I know.
It's 20, it's 30, it's 30.
It is 30. Wow, you get a good flat number.
Yeah, same as your fucking booty.
My booty has a good handful.
Not you, Chubbs. I'm sure
He's
you're
fat. He has to have ass.
Yo, I got a fat ass, bro.
I'm sure Skelly's badonkadonked.
Everybody here has a fat ass.
Hey, yo.
Look at that fucking humble fucking brag. Like, throw that out there like she did without having to
story,
say
bro.
Cool story, bro.
She's like, how do I throw in I have a fat ass without saying it to her?
Okay, anyways, what's
Say it
today's
directly
topic?
anyways.
Today's topic?
Probably
Yeah.
just
There is
gonna
no topic.
talk about Elden Ring, honestly.
Shit talk. Damn.
Okay, I know nothing about Elden Ring, so I'll let y'all talk.
You said
You said you wanted to know about it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so just, explain to me what is Elden Ring and what's
God.
about.
We have to
It's-
mansplain to you?
Have you ever seen any Dark Souls game or Bloodborne or anything?
Yeah, but I've never played one.
Yeah, it's just that.
But like, big. Real big.
It's that with an open world. Those
Oh.
games that gives you it makes it look like it's open world, but it really isn't. But this is, you can go wherever the fuck you want.
Oh, that's cool.
Well, there is an area locked behind the castle, but
You know what Mo's doing right now? Mo's just playing fucking Elden Ring. I see him live tweeting what he's doing.
I thought he was fucking praying, dog.
Like, he must be praying to these fucking dogs he's getting killed by.
He's muted too. I disconnected him from your server, bitch. I wish I could force someone into fucking VC. It would be an evil power.
That would be terrible for me. I would want to be like jerking off and get thrown into a fucking
Yeah.
VC. That'd be great.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for fucking Elden Ring, dude. I get it tomorrow, and I'm fucking pogged out.
Oh, you get it tomorrow?
Yeah.
Actually, you really hated that I missed out that initial wave.
The initial hype, the
Yeah.
initial day was fucking. It was like an event. Like it
It is,
definitely
yeah.
accelerated the game.
It's kind of cool just seeing what people find, you know? Like how me and Skelly got mopped in Caelid at the start.
Yeah, because me and Mo were here. Me and Mo were here for the launch or whatever. We were in VC.
Everyone was playing Elden Ring on
Game
launch day, and I was playing fucking Castlevania.
L, the biggest
like,
L imaginable.
everyone went to go play Elden Ring, and Marasa was like, "See, are you having fun? You're playing Castlevania." I'm like, Marasa, I am not having fun right now. I want to play Elden Ring.
I was just coping.
So I heard a lot of hype around this game, and there's a lot of contrasting opinions. So,
Oh, yeah.
and one of them I've heard is there should be an easy mode for it.
Oh,
So, what is y'all's thoughts on that?
it's simple. There's the people that say it shouldn't, and then there's bitch motherfuckers.
I think
Oh, God.
yeah, this is the game that criticism is the most retarded for, to be honest. Because I did not play. I haven't beat Dark Souls because I don't enjoy those games because I fucking don't have fun. I beat Bloodborne because I like the fast combat, and that's literally the only Souls game I beat. But with this game, if you die to a boss, you can literally just leave and go wherever the fuck you want to.
Yeah.
So like with Dark Souls, I get it more because you're kind of forced to do this one thing over and over again. But here, you can come back there in fucking 8 hours when you're fucking overpowered if you want to. So
Like, you
that's why I think it's the most accessible game because again, you can do whatever you want. Like Bloodborne or whatever, when I'm forced to fight a boss, I get mad easier because I'm like, I have to do this because the game is making me. But
Mhm.
Elden Ring, the only time I have to repeatedly go for a boss is if I want to. So then it's only on me. It's not the game design or anything. It's no, I want to keep going. This is my choice. So then I don't get mad or anything. So it doesn't need an easy mode.
I don't get
pause,
mad.
but I think a pause button should be something at least out
Yeah.
of combat.
Absolutely.
Because
Oh,
I'd be leaving my
yeah.
character. I'd be leaving my character and praying I don't get fucking raped while I'm gone.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing the Merc's tweet about that, wanting a pause button.
It was
Yeah,
just
the
in
game-
one game. It was literally just in Sekiro because that one didn't have an online element. God, that was a blessing back then. Jesus.
I feel like I would have been shit at fucking Sekiro even more so because it's all parrying, isn't it?
It's all pairing, but the window is actually quite big. I think for
Yeah,
my
'cause I don't parry at all.
for my first
I'll
playthrough,
Oh fuck.
I think for like the 70% of my first playthrough of Sekiro, I didn't even really parry. I essentially just mashed the block button hoping to get a random parry. Legitimately. Like, that's why it doesn't make sense to say that Sekiro is a difficult game, because till now, it's the easiest out of every single Souls game from Fromsoft. The easiest one.
What's
Chubbs.
the hardest?
Chubbs.
Yeah.
How many of these have you played?
Souls games?
Yeah.
I played 3 and 1. I didn't own a PS4, so I couldn't play fucking Bloodborne.
Yeah.
And I almost got 2, but my brother told me 2 was the worst, so I didn't buy it.
Mhm.
And tomorrow I'll be playing Elden Ring. So yeah.
Wait, out of the two games that you played, which one's the hardest? Which one's the easiest?
One's just a fucking annoying.
Yeah.
It's super fucking slow.
Mm.
I think 3 has way harder bosses, but I think 1's more annoying since like taking a sip is like you have fucking arthritis and you just can't fucking do shit. But if you build like pyro and strength like I did, you could just rape everyone. And 3 is just more fun, like combat wise, in my opinion. I'm also biased because 3 is my favorite. So
Yeah, to me it's like I played all of them except for Demon's Souls, and it's like the easiest to Sekiro. And then there's Dark Souls 3.
You have fucking. I don't like Dark Souls because it's so fucking clunky. Like, I
The
feel
old
like a
games are
fucking
actually
giant
really
retard.
clunky, yeah.
I hated it. That's why when I played Bloodborne, I was like, "Oh damn, this is fucking great."
You know,
Sony is a. Oh, go ahead.
go ahead.
Since I've been playing Castlevania, I mentioned that 3 was my favorite, so Marasa went to go play it today. He was doing better because I was helping him, and then he lost 3,000 souls, and he got the fuck off.
What was I saying? Oh yeah. To me, it's like the reason why 2 sucks dick so much is because that's the slowest one. Like, that is so sluggish. It's maddening. Like, seeing the mix between a boss's bullshit hitbox where like the sword strikes the ground, you're like 2 meters away from him and you still get hit, mixed with how slow you are in the roll, is insane. Like,
What?
Skelly, you remember? I remember you telling me something, which is, if you're annoyed with that game, why do you even play it? And the thing is it's kind of pride, honestly. Like, I just
with those games,
want to finish
that's
it.
what it's like with them. But like, there's a difference between being annoyed or angry, but then wanting to like overcome this obstacle and just being miserable,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
If you're straight up miserable playing those games, don't play them.
Yeah, I
That's what it was, Dark
actually
Souls.
did by the end.
When I'm having no fun with Dark Souls, I was just like, it's not for me. I don't care. I'm not gonna be like, get good or fucking get an easy mode. I'm just gonna be like, it's not for me. There's plenty of other games for me. If I like the lore of Dark Souls, I'll watch videos on it
Mhm.
or I'll listen to the soundtracks. But
What
I just don't play them.
I think 3 is a balance between slow and fast.
Yeah.
So it's like medium. 1 is fucking slow as shit. But I remember watching Bloodborne gameplay and I was like, wow, that's pretty fast. And then I saw Elden Ring and I went, holy shit, that's really fast.
No, Bloodborne is still quicker than Elden Ring.
Really?
generally speaking, yeah. Like, from the feel, Bloodborne is quicker. Bloodborne, you're just like dashing around because that game doesn't have.
They're also fast from the start in Bloodborne.
Exactly.
You're fucking fast as shit.
Because Bloodborne doesn't have the weight limit thing. It doesn't have equipment load. All weapons carry the same weight, essentially. You're always the same speed. And that's what really makes that game great. Also, that game doesn't have rolling if you lock onto an enemy. You just dash around.
Fucking. That is what they need to improve on all these games is their target lock on.
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
it fucking makes me want to kill myself.
I think it's a bit like better with bigger bosses here in Elden Ring, but the problem is in some bosses, which you will fight soon, Skelly, the enemy pretty much like changes the side he's in on the battlefield while an attack is still winding up. So it's like if you put your shield up and he changes the direction, your character faces the other way, gets struck by magic from behind. And that got me way too many times.
So like the Lothric fight in Dark Souls 3.
Yeah, essentially something like that, yeah. God, that was fights in...
Or there was a cat boss with gargoyles all around it. I kept locking on to the fucking gargoyles, like by accident, and they would just rape me.
Yeah, the lock-on will spaz out. Too many things are fighting you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So fucking annoying.
That fucking, you know, I'm waiting for those like fucking people doing boss rankings for these games. Like, I want to know if that cat piece of shit is gonna be like the lowest one. It has to be like either the lowest or the second lowest because it's trash. It's just garbage.
That was gonna be my next question.
I think I beat the cat the second try. I beat the demi-humans too on the first, and the bloodhound. The Blood Knife Knight, I raped him. Like, I felt bad for what I did to that dude. Like, Scrubby said he was hard and fast, but like, I did summons, and then he just got distracted by them, and I just raped him.
You
like, I didn't even lose half my health.
When you say the Blood Knife dude, do you mean like the guy that meets you in this like valley next to a cave?
No, it's in a cave. I think his name is Blood Knife Assassin or something.
I think does he give you like a blood like a
he gives you a dagger
knife? Yeah, blood
he
dagger.
gives you like a dagger.
Yeah, you know what happened to me? I started exploring when I first started the game, didn't want to go to the main path, and I fought this guy. Like, this is the third enemy I fought, and he mopped the floor with me. The only good thing about this one is I think design wise they know you'll probably come here early on because this is literally next to the starting area. So what they do is they put some dude under like a falling building, and if you talk to him, he comes to help you in this fight, and I essentially just let him beat the guy. Like, I don't give a shit.
Oh, I didn't even see that dude. I just fucking went there, half his like a chunk of his health was missing. I was like, all right, and then I fucked him, and that was it. The first boss I fought were the demi-humans, the two in that fucking seaside cave, because I went to the left.
Yeah,
I went to the beach immediately.
Oh, you went to the beach? I
killed them. Yeah, that's where the seaside cave is. The demi-humans are there.
Oh, so you actually got the sewing needle at the start. I actually missed that first time.
I don't even know what that thing does.
You know what that thing does? If you sit at a site of grace, you can essentially change the way some armor pieces look. You know?
Oh. I look like a fucking bum still, dog. I'm wearing the prisoner helmet and fucking like a shitty fucking tunic, and that's all.
Have you guys ever went to like the Dark Souls wiki, like looking up like either like something about the boss or anything like that? I've done it on like after like runs to see like what their weakness actually is, and the comments are funny because people ask like some strategy and shit. And the funnest, like the most annoying guy is the guy who goes, "You guys have a promise, boss? I beat this guy a low level 1, half time back. I was getting beat by my dad, and my house was on fire, and my controller was unplugged."
Bro, there's this dude on YouTube that essentially just beat all these fucking games with like the weakest weapon. Like, seeing that guy, like, how are you doing this? Like, what the hell?
There's a guy who beat Champion Grundier with a potato.
Yeah, I remember that guy. The other guy with no, that one was played Overwatch with a banana.
Oh.
The hell these people do this shit, man.
So that was another question I was gonna ask, like, about the bosses. Like, so far, who is your favorite boss or like least favorite?
Oh shit!
Or the one you had like most fun with, or whatever.
I can only answer for 1 and 3. I didn't play Elden Ring.
Oh well, like, or any Souls game, if you want to, Chuds.
I don't know about least favorite. Like, least favorite, I really hated the fucking gargoyles around that cat, dog.
Yes,
I hate boss designs that is just, let's throw enemies around the boss, and that was the enemy I literally hate most in this game, is those fucking gargoyles. And I wanted to fucking kill myself. Because the boss wasn't, what pissed me off is the boss isn't hard. Those cats are easy as fuck to kill. But the gargoyles fucked me over and over again. So I was just getting mad because it wasn't even the boss, it was them.
Yeah, it also doesn't help that you don't use a shield, because that's the way to trivialize these guys.
Oh, yeah, no, I have a staff and a sword, and that's what I use the whole time.
You do realize you can switch weapons, right?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I don't care about that at all.
I think My least favorite would be High Lord Wolnir from 3. I hate gimmick fights.
That's your least favorite from 3.
Yeah.
Look, it's like a stupid gimmick, like it's really lame, but its design is actually really cool. It's like Skelly but humongous. What?
Yeah, I fucking hate him. I think my favorite fight. A lot of people say Slave Knight Gale. I like him, but I still think Soul Cinder just hits harder for me.
Soul Cinder, really?
Because like the fight, him himself is cool. It's like the end journey. Yeah. Like it was just fucking awesome, and like.
Wait, repeat that again.
At the end, when he channels the inner soul of Gwyn, like that just goes hard. So like that to me is like my favorite.
You know what I think like a cool part of Dark Souls 3 is? It's like you notice at the end, like lore-wise, it says that when the flame was first lit, like the flame of humanity, the start of the Age of Fire, it's like the flame was so strong it pretty much incinerated Gwyn's knights. You know? Like even at the end of Dark Souls 1, the flame is actually pretty big. By the end of 3, it's so small it's barely burning you. Like that's how elongated this shit is.
I think my preferred ending is the Lord of Hollows.
Same.
To me, that's the good ending.
Yeah. Didn't fucking George Martin, dude, whatever the fuck his name is, say that Elden Ring is a sequel to Dark Souls?
I heard that's not true.
I don't know. I heard that he said that, but I think he's just talking at his ass.
Oh no.
Was he just saying like a spiritual successor?
That's what I heard. I heard
Borderline said like a sequel. Like
I've heard spiritual successor a lot when it comes to it, but I've never heard sequel.
Most like if they're not fucking typed in Dark Souls 4, they're just part of the franchise, but they're not canon into things. However, there is the theory that because in Dark Souls 1's DLC, there's a character who looks like a Bloodborne hunter, and that game came out years before.
I mean, there's also an invader that attacks you that looks like a Bloodborne character in Elden Ring.
Yeah, so there is that theory that like all Souls games connect. There's like a big theory, but again, theory.
It would kind of make sense to think of Bloodborne as like this is what the Age of Man is after the Age of Fire ends.
I hope it.
And the Age of Man sucks. Yeah.
Well, it's not much fucking worse than the Age of Fire, you know.
When Age of Fire, men are enslaved. I mean, the Ring City is literally it was Gwyn lied to them, acting like, "Oh, this is great, guys. It's great," and it was actually just a fucking prison. Dude, Gwyn is fucking like either you hate him or love him. This dude, he gave his daughter to a dragon, and this dragon betrayed his race, and it made him go extinct. So he let his daughter get fucked by a dragon.
What?
What?
He's not even lying.
Fucking.
He said to his daughter, "Get raped."
Literally. That started that. What else?
These games sound interesting.
Gwyn had the Four Kings, but he didn't like man. So he was like, "All right, guys, check this shit out." And he started dumping like bad shit into their realm. It was like a sewer. And so the Four Kings like kingdom fell to darkness. And Gwyn was like, "Damn, L plus ratio." And like all his effort is trying to keep up his fire age. So like the Lord of Hollows and shit, they do not like that motherfucker. And most people, he like die, betrayed, go fucked, I don't care. His son betrayed him because he went and sided with the dragons. So he was like, "All right, you're no longer God, you're godless now." Like, all right.
Man literally erased his son out of history.
Yeah.
Like removed him off of everything.
I say it's canon, but still technically theorized that the Nameless King in 3 is the son.
He 100% is. There's no way he
is.
isn't. Yeah.
Also, there's a theory that dragon is fuck. It's the fucking boss from 1. I forget his name. The spear dude. Ornstein.
The what?
Because alright, so in
you
3,
do find the armor there.
Here's why. Here's the theory, and I can believe this. In 3, you walk the path of dragons. There's a whole quest line that you can do with Hawkthorn. In it, you get the dragon stone that transforms you to a dragon. It's acknowledged. The path of dragons, people turn to dragons. You see monks of the dragon lineage all around you. So it's common. And Ornstein is said to abandon his post. You find his gear and armor in the throne room. Not the boss arena where Nameless King is. And the dragon, when Nameless King goes to, after you kill it and he goes to absorb its power, is like when Ornstein did it to Smo and one.
Yeah.
So that's the theory that Ornstein becomes a dragon for the Nameless King.
You know what I think is really cool about that boss fight is that in the first phase you're like chipping away at the dragon, and then once it ends, it's like the Nameless King just slashes him once and just incinerates him. Like, how powerful is that motherfucker?
The family was supposed to be gods, so
yeah, like damn.
Yeah. There's also a theory that Guinevere went and started the Lothric bloodline. I don't know about all that. But you do find like the Queen's spell, which is one of Guinevere's spells.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. But yeah, Gwen was so fucking like panicked and shit. He dead ass went, I'm not letting this shit end, and he burned himself. Motherfucker did jihad to save his age. He was like, nah, catch this flame. Let me light this bick real quick. He was not letting that shit in. Yeah.
You know what I think is funny? I think it's funny that there are people who say that like they want to experience these games because of the story, when in reality it's like the majority of the story is just in text.
That's why I watch YouTube videos, dog.
Yeah,
I like the lore, so I just watch YouTube videos and not
Vadi Video has like great videos.
He already has one like about the some of the lore at the start of the game. For God's sake.
Elden Ring lore. Elden Ring is like that's enough that I can follow along so far, right?
I
think it gives you the most of any Souls game.
Yeah, it does. It really does. I think Sekiro is the only one that actually gives you the story straight up, because that's not an RPG game. That's straight up just an action adventure game.
Sorry, I zoned out.
Yeah, in Elden Ring, like they have all their cinematics, but game like they explain a lot to you, to where I'm like, all right, I actually know the story.
I don't want to hear about this because I know patches in Elden Ring, but I want to keep that still. Like,
that's not what I was talking about, dog.
No, I'm going on to a conversation.
He's saying like I don't want to know anything. Like, don't go into.
No. What I'm bringing up is that in 3, patches had the greatest quest line.
Yeah, because of the fucking ending. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just it really because like the whole point of it is that like with undead is that their will is what keeps them going. So when you either lose your will or you complete it, you go hollow. So in the end, really, it's pointless. No matter what, that's your end result. You will go hollow. Like if you don't help someone, they go hollow. But if you help them, they end up hollow, but their dream is completed. But Patch's only thing is punishing greed. So he lives on for ages until the end of the fucking world. But when the end of the world, there's no people. So Patches starts to go hollow. And you help him. You think it's Lap, and Lap is a fucking great guy. And funny enough, if you before you find the stone, if you keep going back to Lap when he's like in his chair, you'll hear him start to go crazy. And one line he says is, "I'm unbreakable," which is in Patches and his DLC is called Unbreakable Patches. But if you help Lap, Patches reveals himself and he tries to betray you like you think. But it's the one time where Patches actually helps you, which is that's the path you're supposed to go to.
Yeah,
I love his questline. Plus, fittingly, is that in the after that is the boss fights the church, the church, and Patches will let you get summoned because he hates clergy people.
He hates clerks. Yeah.
Motherfucker's an atheist.
I think it's cool that even when he's in armor, like by the end of his quest, you can see him doing the Patches crouch, like this.
Well, the first time you meet him is the Patches crouch.
Yeah. Patches.
Also, he also helps out Rat in 3.
Yeah, he likes Rat.
Because he mentions he likes Rat, and you can choose not to tell him. But if you tell Patches about where Rat is going, Patches will actually put on onion armor and go save him, so the rat doesn't know it's Patches.
Skelly, have you met the pod dude in Elden Ring yet?
Yeah, pod dude. I freed him. Then
I love
then in
pod
my
dude.
area, I opened the door for him because there's that boss dragon, that boss lizard there. But I'm not nearly the level I need to be to beat him yet. So I'm just waiting for that so I can get that katana. Because I hear the Moonlight Katana, it's very good. So right now I'm using Rogier's Rapier, which is like +8, so like it's really good. But also the Bloodhound Knight's fucking sword is also really good, so I have that too. I use. So, have you beat the Bloodhound Knight yet?
The Bloodhound Knight.
It's like Bloodhound Knight Daredevil or something like that.
How does he look like? There are many bosses that I've fought.
He's in an ever gold place. He's like an assassin type dude.
You know what?
That does not specify at all.
What the fuck else am I supposed to say?
You know how many bosses
back my memory
that are
vaults I fucking
knights
remember?
in the Everghouls?
Yeah, but he's a Bloodhound Knight. I think he's the only, because like I've only found 2 of them. Another one, the dude was called the Fire Thief. I beat his fat ass too. Dude, he was so fat, and like because I didn't like put any points in my vigor, I let him hit me once, and I thought it'd be fine. And he fucking killed me. I was like, oh.
Oh yeah, the Bloodhound Knight. I beat this guy.
Yeah, he gives you a fucking.
Never remembers.
He gives you a very good sword.
He reminds me of. What was the dude's name from Dark Souls 1?
He looks sick. I don't fucking know, dog.
Yo, fucking Chubbs. What's the knight from Dark Souls 1? The cool guy in blue armor.
Oh, and Taurus.
Yeah, that. Artorias.
Yeah.
Also known as Budget Guts.
You know who I think is like everyone like in 3? There's a boss everyone claims is fucking mega hard, but he was brain dead easy. Fucking Pontiff Sullivan. Easy fucking fight.
If you get like a good rhythm with him, he is easy.
You don't even need a rhythm. You just need a 100% fire shield.
So I was playing Pyromancy my first ever playthrough, and I walked in the room and I knew about the boss. Like, oh shit, this is the hardest one. Just he didn't hit me once. I threw a couple fireballs. He was dead. I was like, oh, okay.
You play Pyromancy in every fucking game you go because you're a fire mage in Divinity too.
I love
That's just your thing.
I love.
Where fucking repeat that again?
Cool. He likes fire.
Yeah. I actually always when I read the spell list and incantations list for Elden Ring, I actually got a bit disappointed that they're not really making a lot of ice like incantations and stuff like that.
You're
like
an ice boy.
Yeah, ice, bro.
Fuck you,
Ice
I want ice.
See, I like electricity. Electricity is my element. I love electricity, fucking shit.
I got like an Elden Ring right now. I have ice lightning, and I can't fucking use that shit. It's like 34 faith.
I'm still using the fucking starter spell I got with the fucking shooting glint blades. I still just use that.
Skelly, my god, I'm like stepping on great spells at this point.
I'm in the area after fucking Godric's Castle. I'm in that area, so. You said all the good spells on Caelid. I ain't going back there to get fucking raped again and again.
Do not touch Caelid. Do not even go there.
Really, like, I saw the recommended levels like 50, 60. I'm fucking like level 30, dog.
That one fucking meme where it's like things to do in Caelid, #1 leave. It's so true. It's not even funny.
In the area I'm in now, I get one hit because I put like nothing into my vigor. So like, I go there, I'm even more fucked. I remember because I found the fucking tree in Caelid, the tree fucking boss. And he hit me once. I just popped the rod all the way up. And I was like, oh, I'm fucking fucked. I died instantly.
Bro, rot is so fucking strong. It's so hilarious how strong it is. It's like, you can essentially, like, on bosses that you can inflict rot on, you can get, like, 10,000, 8,000 damage, some cases 15,000. It's insane.
And magic definitely seems the way to go in this game.
What?
Magic definitely seems the way to go in Elden Ring.
Strength-wise, yeah, kind of.
To be fair, I think that was probably like a choice because there's a lot more whimsical fantasy, like at least in its look and like aesthetic and shit.
Yeah.
Well,
I
Dark Souls is a lot more
honestly
grimy.
went with incantations for the aesthetic. I like the idea of like being a blood mage and shit.
I just like being Griffith, dog. I'm like Griffith all the
I
way.
wonder why.
My character looks like it under the helmet too, so I mean, I gave him the hair and eyes and everything. I just never removed my helmet. I just
I
like how
wonder-
much of a fucking bum I look.
And one more question before I suppose we were gonna wrap up soon, but so what would you like? What tips would you give to like a new player to this game or to
Don't
any
play
like
it.
Souls game?
Don't play it, yeah.
Don't play it.
Explore was probably the best thing. Like, don't just like, because me and Mo, we were in a VC when the game first released, so like we were kind of like doing shit side by side, and I went to explore, and he went straight to like the first boss, Margit. I listened to that man fight him for 3 hours. Like, explore
heard about
first.
that.
Unless you're like a
Oh,
hardcore
it
Souls
only
player,
has
like
3 hours to fight single.
I literally at one point, like towards the end, he was like, "I'm taking all my clothes off because it makes him faster. He's getting there faster." So just hear him fighting this man naked as I'm fucking like exploring and like finding a dragon island and shit. He's just getting mad. Like definitely, if you're new, because again, I only beat Bloodborne before this, so like I'm not a Souls expert at all. I fucking suck at those games. So
Right.
you literally just if you get to the point where you're starting to get like miserable, like fighting a boss, just leave. Just explore. Come back later. That's all you need to do. Because again, it's an open world, so like that's the best part of it is you can go fucking wherever. And
Sounds
there's
like fun.
You know,
there's a shit like there's rarely like an area if you look at an area and you're like, oh, I wonder what's over there. There's rarely a time where there won't be at least an item there, and usually there's like a dungeon or something.
yeah. And those dungeons
Like-
actually carry good rewards, by the way.
So these games always reward your fucking like curiosity. This game does.
Yeah.
Again, it's a fucking cringe comparison, but like Breath of the Wild is probably the fucking best, fucking closest thing to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, in open world wise.
I see.
You know, to me, it's like fuck stats, fuck defense stats on armors. Just stick to a style, look cool. That's what's this all about.
That's why
Get
I look
that-
like a bum.
Get that Elden bling, baby.
Literally, my whole fucking logic is the bosses one hit kill me anyway, so it doesn't fucking matter
Yeah.
at all. Like I should be doing whatever I want because it doesn't matter at all. I just as long as I have medium load, so I'm not fat rolling, I don't fucking care.
Whenever I play those games, it's like if I can change my clothes, because you can't do that in Sekiro. Except after, of course, they add DLC. But anywho, whenever I get the ability to change my clothes, I just go for like the most Wanderer-esque outfit. There was a Wanderer set in Dark Souls 3, and that was just my go-to. Like the whole 3 playthroughs that I went through.
Fucking Mo's armor in Elden Ring looks sick right now. Like his
He's just strapped like a boss at this point.
he looks like like I said. That's why I look at my characters. Like if I looked at like Mo's, I'd be like, "Wow, a great night." If I saw mine, I'd be fucking terrified. What happened? Rip. Yeah, it's just like I don't look like a legendary hero at all. Like no, I look like a fucking terrifying poor soul.
What the fuck happened to my internet? Why is this so bad? Yeah, that's that, I suppose.
I think I'm gonna drop a quick review of Batman because I saw it last night. I'm gonna be generic, to avoid spoilers or whatever.
Yeah.
All right. So I saw a Batman last night. It's a fucking long ass movie. It's like 3 hours long, right? But like, I think this is probably the second best Batman, probably live action, which isn't saying much, to be honest.
Yeah, it really isn't saying much.
I mean, because like The Dark Knight is probably my favorite, easily, and then probably this one. I like the Riddler in this one. The Riddler is odd in this one because he's like a fucking mega autist. Like he literally autistically screeches. Like he's that level of autist. Like he just spurgs, screeches, and shit. But like he's weird because it like the movie is very good at setting tones. So, like it's like really gritty and like it's almost like a horror movie at the start, like a Saw movie with like the Riddler. But then this motherfucker gives literally like grade school joke riddles. He's
Oh
like,
my God.
what does a liar do when he's dead? He lies still. Like, what the fuck? Dog, am I supposed to take you seriously, dog? And then at one point he has a flash drive attached to a thumb because it's a thumb drive. And I'm like, dog, come on. Like,
Come on,
like,
really?
yes. Like, I think I'm gonna assume the intention is to make it more disturbing because he's like a Zodiac killer, ex Jigsaw type. But then he's like, kids jokes, so like it's meant to make it more disturbing. But all it does is make me not take him as seriously because I'm just laughing at him like doesn't like you're called the Riddler, dog, and you're like looking up shit I looked up in like 3rd grade online on Google, like fun riddles. Like that's what you're doing right now. And so like he's the main villain of this. Because like you have a Catwoman and Penguin, and Penguin is kind of treated like a joke, really, which is kind of sad because they went with like a mob type story anyway. So like you could like make the Penguin a serious character, but then he's played off for like laughs or like goofy. So like he's kind of wasted. Also, I don't know why they casted Colin Farrell.
Yeah.
Because there's no fucking indication that that's Colin Farrell at all. They could have literally gotten anyone in the world to play Penguin.
They literally just got the guy, dumped a lot of like silicon on him, and went, "Yeah, that's it."
Yeah, because it's just makeup and shit. Like,
Yeah.
you can't tell. Like, his voice doesn't sound like Colin Farrell. Nothing about him sounds like Colin Farrell. So like, I'm like, oh yeah, that's Colin Farrell, isn't it? Fucking, but yeah, he's treated as a joke for the most part. Like, he's a goofy character. Catwoman is probably the weakest part of this movie. Catwoman didn't even need to be in the movie, to be honest. Fucking, there's like, it's like it feels like a twist in her story about her origins or whatever was thrown in just so they had a reason to be like, oh look, she has a purpose in the story. Because other than that, there's no reason for her to be in it.
Skelly, you don't understand. You have to get the Coomer views.
I mean, they can have like her. She literally steals once in this movie, by the way, once. And it's not jewels or anything. It's for her girlfriend or whatever. She steals a passport to try to make her escape. And fucking, that's it. And then she gets caught. The one time you see her steal in the movie, she gets. So like, she's not a master thief. She just fucking sucks. Also, I'm just gonna point out the black chick being a thief, and then the white man chasing her like you thought that was progressive. The movie's also not subtle in the fact that this is set around an election, the election for mayor, and the corrupt old white mayor is evil. He's corrupt or whatever. But then the person he's running against is a young black female who's real and genuine. Like, it doesn't feel very subtle at all. Like,
it feels like
the movie goes out of their way to have her be like, you guys aren't doing nothing. I'm gonna change this city. Like, it felt very heavy handed. Where I was like, yeah, this is definitely on purpose.
Yeah.
But the Catwoman, Zoe Kravitz is a fucking not a very good actor, to be honest.
Yeah, she's
like, I feel like she's beyond hot, dog.
Yeah.
She's so fucking hot. Like, it's unbelievable. Like, when she first came on screen, I was like, God damn, she's that level.
It reminds me when me and you sat down to watch True Detective. And we had that one scene with Alexandra Daddario where she takes off her top. Like, me and Skelly just had that, like, yo!
She's one of my celebrity crushes, dog. Her eyes and like, she's so fucking hot.
Yeah.
But fucking, yeah, Zoe Kravitz, like, they have, like, her Pattinson do have, like, good chemistry. Like, it's there. Yeah. But, like, a lot, like, half her lines, it just feels like there's nothing behind them. And she doesn't have, like, even, like, the Nolan Catwoman had, like, a charm about her, right, that you could feel. Like, you could feel the charm at least. Hers just flat. There's nothing there. I don't think she's charming at all. She's just saying shit. Like, there's nothing behind the words.
You know what she reminds me of? What was the dude that played William Turner in the Pirates of the Caribbean movies?
Orlando Bloom.
Yeah, that guy. Like, that guy is, like, good looking, but he feels like a fucking plank of wood. Acting.
It's like I'm a cardboard cutout, right?
Yeah.
There's no substance behind it. I don't feel anything. Like with Pattinson, I feel like Pattinson's the best actor in this movie. Probably. This is definitely going to be Chick's favorite Batman because he's literally just a weird antisocial kid. Like
It's like autistic person versus a more autistic person.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said this movie is autist versus a bigger autist because literally there's like 2 Bruce Wayne scenes in this movie. Like when he's not acting like a moody teen, like, literally in his first scene to Alfred, he dead ass tells Alfred, "You're not my father." Like this is moody teen Batman.
Oh, that sounds awful.
But like, and then the next scene he's with Alfred, he's like, "You're not a Wayne, are you?" He's very moody Batman. But then like the one time you see him in public, he's like at a funeral event, right? And there's a ton of people. He's just standing around awkwardly, like when you're a kid and like family's over and you don't know what to do, so like you stand in the corner. You know,
that doesn't sound like Batman at all.
That's what he does. That's why I said if these movies continue, I hope it's like him like finding his footing to become like the iconic Bruce Wayne, you know, actually charismatic and shit. Because here he's just like,
I definitely think that
was
was a bad move, making him like that.
I'm fine because this is literally year 2 Batman. So like I'm fine.
But your one Batman was a lot more charismatic, like in real life.
Yeah, like again, if these movies continue, I hope that at least that arc continues to where he figures out that he needs a public face, and be charismatic and stuff. Because in this movie, he does have a character arc because at the beginning, like, he saves this dude from like a mugging, and the whole point is everyone is scared of Batman. It's not just criminals, because then the guy he saved is like, "Don't hurt me." Like,
that stuff's fine. I just mean the Bruce.
And then at the end, he's like, he's saving people after an event, and like they're actually looking at him with hope, and he's like, he realizes, he needs to be more than just fear. Because in the movie, like they give him a nickname where they call him Vengeance or whatever, right? Like that's his like pet name in the movie. And like they realize that. I like his little arc of realizing he can't just be a vigilante. He has to become something more if he wants to actually change the city, because this movie does a good thing at pointing through that his actions aren't really changing anything in like the city. He's just creating more violence. Like he's just adding to the cycle.
They go on Twitter.
I was about to say.
Fucking Riddler is literally a 4chaner in this movie, dog. Like the site he's on isn't called 4chan, obviously, but he's literally a fringe social media poster with like they say he has 500 followers, and they're all extremist types. And like the board is like called /K or something, and he schizo posts to them. Like he's literally,
that's the weapons board on 4chan.
Well, at one point he asks, like like when they find the site, it looks like one of his videos. He's like, "Thanks guys for recommending me detonators," and shit like that. Like it's like fringe extremists he's talking to on 4chan, essentially like a 4chan ripoff. Like the Riddler is he starts off in the first movie like as a Jigsaw Zodiac killer type, but then like the last hour you're like, okay, this dude is beyond autistic. This dude is a fucking loser. There's also, this is kind of a spoiler. It's not like a big spoiler, but like you remember, you know how in Spider-Man, the one when the Vulture meets like the Scorpion in prison, like the Sinister 60s.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This happens where the Riddler is, in an area, and the guy next to him says some shit. One day you're on top, and the next day you're a clown. And I almost moaned out loud in my seat. I was like, no, please don't fucking be like this. And that was probably the worst part of the movie. That felt like the most... Because the movie feels very noir-esque and not like very cape shit, but then that was like... It was like I got transported to the MCU for a second. We'll watch the movie, Contra. Shut up. Goddamn. There's a movie he wants to watch. It's a newer movie.
What movie?
A Lake Confidential.
Is that the Kevin Spacey one? I think Kevin Spacey in that movie.
I have no idea. I saw a little bit of it when last time I was at my grandma's house, and I forgot about it, and then Dagon posted it, and I was like, wait a minute, I was going to watch that.
Yeah, we'll watch it at some point, Contra. Damn. I knew he was going to bring that shit up. But overall, the movie's pretty good at, like, it also, it's like a good in-between between, like, Nolan's super modern Batman, and then, like, Tim Burton's super gothic Batman. Like, it's a good between those two things, right? It's like a good mix.
I think
he still has he has fancy ass gadgets still, but then like the Wayne Manor is like super gothic and shit. Like I like the set design a lot in this movie. Gotham also feels more personalized in this movie because like in Tim Burns, Gotham is like very like, you know, Gotham, like it very much has its own like personality. Then in Nolan's, it's just like a generic city. It's like every city
It's
ever.
literally just New York, essentially.
But then in this one, there's a lot of stuff that makes it feel very more distinct and like Gotham again. So I did like that. But there is a point. There's like this movie does dumb shit like there's a like a big twist, right? That gets thrown in the movie. And you're like, oh shit, some complexity. Wow, this is gonna add a lot to the movie. Literally the next scene, they're like, nah, it wasn't true. Like there's no time to stew on it to make you wonder, to like let the tension build up. Literally the next scene, they're like, nah, that was bullshit, dog. Like it was so fucking dumb. Like to the point where I was like, did you really need to add that fucking plot then? Like it feels like they just did it to connect Riddler and Batman, and that's it. Like that was like poor writing, essentially, is what it felt like. I do like this Batman. What they do with the sound editing is really good. When he approaches criminals, like when he takes them down, like the sound editing makes it so like what you hear mainly is like his footsteps, like these loud footsteps approaching the criminal, and like it's good at showing like the fear. And I like his punches a lot because like even though Pattinson isn't like ripped or anything, right? He's not the most built.
Well,
dude.
by the standard of who else betrayed Batman,
But like his punches are fucking. His punches like feel and look like he's putting all his body force behind it. So like even if he isn't built very well, it would fucking hurt, right? Mm-hmm. So I like his punches a lot. Also, his batsuit in this is like fucking indestructible. Like in every other movie, like at some point the batsuit like falters and you're like, is he okay? In this movie, it can fucking take anything. It takes machine gun fire, a shotgun blast, a sniper bullet, a fucking explosion, and he's fine. Like I'm like, what the fuck is this shit made of? But like, it's a pretty good movie overall. It's a long movie though. It does drag on. I'd watch it with friends, like again, but like the next time I watch it alone, it's probably gonna be a bit. But it is a good movie to see in theaters because
you should have took me with you.
The cinematography is very good. I thought you were there, bro. I thought I saw a redhead.
Yeah, they searched my bag. They said I couldn't come with my AK. That was a deal breaker.
Oh.
That theater there was like a 9-year-old working at this theater, dog. I went to get my soda and this fucking like 10-year-old was fucking locking the machines. I was like, what the fuck's going on here?
Out here getting that grind, bro.
Like I think it was one of the workers' little brother or something. I was like, okay. But it was a long ass movie. But it was pretty good. And that's all. That's all I wanted to talk about. What was on my mind. Ugh.
Okay, so I guess we should wrap up.
You can
Damn,
give the
dog, I
outro.
just got here.
We've been
Kill
recording late.
yourself.
Oh, you were here late.
It's not my fault. I have a job.
Yeah.
You have a job?
Yeah?
You have a job?
Yeah, where's yours?
Kill yourself.
So that's the job.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't have a job.
Bum.
Yeah, we can wrap it up like it's been 48 minutes.
All right. Then this will be a fucking good episode. Wrap it up, Cosmo. Oh wait, no, Chubbs did it. Wrap it
Yeah.
up,
Come on, Cubs.
Oh, fuck. Don't call me Cubs, you fucking Jew.
You can do it, Chubbs. I believe in you.
Chubbs. Wrap it up, Chubbs.
Thanks for watching Drip League Podcast. Don't do drugs. Stay in school.
Not base.
Okay, bye.
Fuck you, Cubs. Bye.